In this video, I'm not going to teach you a single LEGO technique, but I will show you something better. Since I can remember, I've always been looking for tips and magic tricks about LEGO building techniques, because I kept hearing everyone mention them as the most important thing to help you progress as a LEGO designer. But only recently I have discovered what building techniques actually are and how to learn them effectively, and no longer be wandering on the internet trying to find tutorials for them that don't really help. The main idea I discovered is to not think about them as techniques, but more like different parts that can work together to create different results and work well with other similar parts from the same or different part family. Here's what I mean by that. As I said, I used to think that the techniques were some magic tricks to combine parts, and I felt that I was being gatekept with no one being able to explain me how to use them in real mocks. Until someday couple months ago when I decided to scrap it all and stop looking for any solutions and just focused on building my next models and experimenting on my own. Only after this, recently I've been able to formulate a new understanding of what building techniques actually are. And they are the knowledge on how each common part in LEGO system can be used in different ways to achieve different results, and what are their special strengths and most common uses in builds. But there's so much LEGO parts to explore that it would be impossible to learn everything at once, so I like to categorize them by their part families, so it will be easier for you to discover them. For example, you might have a 1x1 upside bracket, and it's a part of the family of brackets that are most often used as internal connectors, and they are a part of the family of parts used to build on the side, called snot, standing from stat snot on top, that includes also modified bricks and plates. And by focusing on one subfamily at a time, you can more easily learn how to use them effectively. Then, if you learn one and used multiple times in your builds, you can move to one that is similar but a bit different to expand your skill set even more. For example, after learning the brackets and modified bricks, you could move to wedges and slopes or hinges and ball joints. But what do I even mean by explore? It looks something like that. You take a part and look at it and see what are the exact dimensions and connection points, and then you need to remember them. Later, when you are building and working on your next LEGO mock, you keep this part in mind and its features and try to use it in different places that it might fit. After doing that couple times, you will create a short list of the best use cases of that part or combination of parts, and later use them whenever you will encounter a similar situation. But now you might be scared and not sure with which parts do you start the exploration with, because there's a lot of categories in LEGO portfolio. Here are some of the ones you can start with that are the most useful and basic. They go like that: modified bricks, brackets, jumpers, panels, hinges, ball joints, slopes, wedges and technique parts. But the good news is that the number of them is mostly fixed. And LEGO doesn't just introduce new part families every year, but they only slightly improve on the existing ones. So there is hope that with enough time and builds under your belt, you can learn all of the currently available techniques to a point where you won't need to think about them ever again and just enjoy using them. That would be all for this video, and if you would like to see more helpful content like this one, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you want to get some tips on how to build better LEGO mocks, you can click on the video on the screen right now.